Hello, hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Vamsi Reddy. Previous video I have explained about the briefly definitions about ML, what is meant by ML, what is the supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, some of the examples of algorithms also. Like in this video I will explain about the supervised learning divided into two types like linear and classification, like something of regressions and classification, unsupervised learning divided like clustering and association. Like let's move into the video, you can clearly understand about that. Okay, and first is supervised learning divided into two types. That first one is classification and regression. Whereas a classification known as that target variable is discrete in nature. It means the target variable, target variable is in discrete nature. Whereas in a regression, the target variable is in continued nature. Let's move into the depth of about classification. You can clearly understand about it. It's classification. A classification problem is when the output variable is a category. It attempts to draw some conclusions for the observed values. It means gives one or more inputs as a classification model will try to predict the values of one or more outcomes. The number of inputs you have given to the classification model, the number of outputs also same for the output. Like example like spam or not spam. Let's move and classification is also divided into two types like binary classification and multi-class classification. Whereas binary class classification is known as when we have categorized given data into two distinct classes like yes or no forms. Like this is if a man, for example, if a human contain diabetes or not, like this, if a human contain disease or not. So like that, if in recently COVID situation, we can say that if the human contain COVID or not. These are the binary classification categories. When we move to the multi-class classification, the number of classes in more than two. It means the number of classes more than two means the observations contain more than two. It like example of iris dataset. You can see there is a 4 features of flowers, different species of flowers, iris dataset. Example, I will say that iris dataset we have contain 4 features, and one more example like we can take so many things like house price prediction formulas, like there is a number of bedrooms, so many things, different features is there, features of bedroom, bathrooms, surrounding areas, nearby. These are the features of different things. These are all under come for the multi-class classification. Okay, and which are the algorithms used in classification forms? Like logistic regression. By name it's known as regression, but it's all work as a logistic regression by the. And the next one is k-nearest classifier, and the third one is SVC and decision tree classifier, etc. So many algorithms are also is there. These are the some of the few examples I will showing for you. And how can we find the outputs from the classification methods? Classification models or methods for the classification matrices. By using these matrices, we can find the outputs of the classification models like accuracy, confusion matrix, precision, recall, F1 score, ROC curves, AUC curves. By using this type of matrices, we can easily find that the outputs of the classification model. We can, for example, if we use a decision tree classifier as a model build, we can find the output by using the classification confusion matrix. We can easily find how the true or true, like that. We can see the precision value, we can see the recall value, F1 score. By classification, by using this type of matrices, we can easily find the classification outputs. Let's move into another is regression topic. Regression is a problem when the output variable is real or continued. Whereas regression is simply we can say that real and continued values is known for regression. Many different models can be used, but the simplest is the linear regression. We have different models, but linear regression is the most simplest thing. Okay, let's which are the algorithms were used for the regression? Like they are linear regression, polynomial regression, trig regression, Lyso regression, SVR, and decision tree regression, etc. So many algorithms with the random forest regression. These are the things, so we can easily find XGBoost regression. So many algorithms, like this is a few examples about the algorithms. And how can we find the regression outputs in the form, which type of forms we can easily find. If you use, for example, if we use random fast regression for a model building, we can find the outputs in the form of like mean square error, root mean square error, root mean square log error, mean absolutely error, r squared, adjust r squared. By this, using these type of matrices, we can easily find that outputs of the regression models. Any model we can build on the regression, we can simply find this using this type of things, this type of matrices to find out. Okay, let's move into the another topic is unsupervised learning types. Whereas unsupervised learning types are divided into two types, that is clustering and association. Clustering, what is a brief about that? Clustering means discover the inherent grouping in a data. Cluster, we can simply that clustering, it's a group of data. We can form the group of data, different data. Like for example, if you take this like example of, we can take the dogs. There is so many of breeds. There is so many breeds. We can classify, we can divide, cluster that each breed. We can find the cluster point. Okay, and association, discovering the rules that describe the large portions of a data, of your data. It's to describe the large partitions of a data. Okay, let's move into the applications of clustering. Application of clustering. Clustering has a large number of applications spread over the various domains. Some of the most popular applications of a clustering are recommendation engine. This is the most important thing, and Netflix and Amazon Prime, so many are using recommendation engine. You, by the using of user mindset, what they are where that they are searching in their search bar. By searching them, they can easily recommend what type of movies they want and they want to see. They can easily recommend it from there. This is known for recommendation system and social network analysis and search result grouping and medical imaging and image segmentations. These are the things which are the applications of clusters. And if you want to know deep about that, every regression and every classification regression model, each and every model is important, but you want to know only one thing, where we want to use this type of models, where we want to use this type of method, where we want to use models, which models is used where. These are only things we want to learn about that. Okay, this all about this video. I hope you are all understand about this video. If you have any doubts related to this, please make a comment. I will explain that. Okay, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel for more updates about data science and related any technologies. Okay, bye friend, take care.